For years, I lived my life as if I were on a ladder. Some people were above me, people that I envied, feared, or thought had it all figured out. Others were below me, people that I judged, dismissed, or even pitied. And way at the top, beyond my reach, was God, universe, higher power. That was a hard, lonely way to live because here's the truth: no two people can stand comfortably on the same rung for very long. That's from Courage to Change, one of my daily Al Anon readers, and it reminds me of something that I've learned in over a decade of recovery. True freedom doesn't come from climbing higher. It comes from getting off the ladder. Climbing down the ladder means stepping out of the hierarchy of judgment, judgment of ourselves, of others, of the circumstances, of where we think we should be by now. It means choosing connection over comparison, humility over superiority and shame. And yet our saboteurs, they thrive on that ladder. The judge tells us where we fall short all the time. The hyperachiever has us chasing the next rung and the next rung. And the controller says we have to climb faster, we have to climb harder. What about the stickler? It whispers that if we're not perfect, we don't belong on the ladder at all. But the sage perspective, the voice of wisdom, of presence, of clarity, it reminds us that there's no ladder. There's only the choice to step into a circle instead. When I found Al-Anon a decade ago, I found people who had climbed down that ladder. People who sat together in circles, shoulder to shoulder, on equal ground. No one above, and just as important, no one below. Just a community widening the space for whoever needed it. And here's where the dark horse methodology comes in. Dark horses don't climb ladders. They carve their own paths based on what truly matters to them most, not what society or family or their own inner saboteurs dictate. They choose fulfillment over comparison, wisdom over perfection, authenticity over status. They redefine success on their own terms. Today, being humble means climbing down from that ladder of judgment, judgment of self, of others, and stepping into that wider circle of love and support. And so the next time your saboteurs try to convince you that you need to climb higher, I want you to ask yourself what would change if you got off the ladder instead. Because success, peace, freedom aren't found at the top. They're found when we finally let go of judgment, that false choice of the inner critic, and we climb down. Step into the circle. Master your mental fitness today.